Pedra Street. So we're gonna head down Pedra Street. I believe this is still in Patani. Down this way I did a couple other videos that you might have seen on this Rua de Palmeira. Rua de Palmeira would follow the ocean, and there's a night watchman building. I've put that in a few videos. There's a temple right here, and there's Camões Park up there. And I was just in this area just a little tiny bit, but now we're gonna go down Rua de Pedra, and I'm gonna kind of fill in some details about it. For one, I think the ocean came to here, so I think it was Palmeira came, and I think it was probably Pedra. So this probably follows it, and I think that's why some of the buildings here are kind of really old Chinese style. I'll tell you more about that too, so stay tuned. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, so Rua de Pedra, we're gonna head on down, and yeah, this whole area would have been outside of the Macau gate historically, and it would have been a village called Patane. And so this, I think that everything on this side, the right side, would have been part of that village, and everything on the left was built, like this could have been here with the village, with the water as well. But that over there, that pink building, let's go over there real quick. I think the reclaimed land would have been starting on, you know, this tall buildings, and because that's all like bigger roads and things like that. And here's a little patio in here. So yeah, see, I think this would have been part of those old Chinese homes as well in this Patani village. And basically Patani would have there would have been, south of here would have been traditional Macau, where the Portuguese settled and were living in, and then they had like a city gates, and then right outside the city gates would have been Patani, kind of on the side of the Camões Park, and kind of going down a little bit. So you'd have all these older Chinese homes like this, and a lot of them had these little becos too. I think that's going to end right there to that gate, but that's kind of what they would look like. Okay, so we're going to walk. Oh yeah, check this out. Let me just see here. I wanted, that home right there says 1968. It looks like kind of a Chinese home. Rua de Pedra. So I think we're going to keep walking down that way. And oh yeah, so if you go around this way, there's an interesting street right here called Rua de Patane. So we are officially in Patane. That goes up to the front of Camões Park. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It still has like that old village feel. So that still says Rua de Pedra right there, and I think that it's going to continue going down. Let me just kind of see. So I think that, you see, I think it's going to keep going down all the way down that way. So I think the Pedra Street kind of meanders a little bit, and then right there it says Rua de Pedra for this one, and that would include that, I don't know if you remember that, but there's a little patio in there. I have filmed in there a few times too, so I kind of feel like these would have been part of the traditional Patani village. Okay, let's come back, and I think we're still on Pedra. We'll find out in a moment. So yeah, we're still in Pedra right here. So there's Rua de Pedra. Actually, this street, you can see Grand Lisboa Casino right there. So That is a big landmark for Macau. Then this whole area would go towards the ocean, and that's all reclaimed land. Basically all that's reclaimed land. And then this right here that we're on, I believe that Rua de Pedra would have followed the coastline just like Palmyra did, I believe. I know Palmyra definitely did. I saw that, I was reading about that already. And this one kind of feels like the same kind of thing. And then this one comes down to a temple. And then I think that's the end of the Pedra street. But it's definitely an interesting part of Macau. So I think it's going to come out to an ending over here. And that's basically the Pedra street. And there's some kind of, I have filmed in this one before. It's called like Fogo, which I think is fire. It's kind of an interesting barbershop right there too. Okay, let's go down a little bit further. And I think Pedra Street ends right here. There's the sign right there, Pedra. And then this one turns into Barca. So that one turns into Barca. So our street would have been down that way. That's the Barca Street. And then I'm just going to do a quick little tour of this temple. Oh, actually, this is still Pedra. So it still says Pedra right here, so this would still be considered the same street. And we have a temple right there. And then this side would be a different street. This would be Barca. So that's Barca Street. And then this one would have been built later after they reclaimed the land, I think in 1880 or 1890, 1900, something like that. And then they would have built all those buildings probably, I don't know, 1920s, 1930s, 40s, I don't know, maybe even later. But I think that this stuff might have been more traditional Patani village. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot to explore in Macau, and I'm just going to kind of go around the block. And I guess we're going to traverse los cules. I'm just going to go down this way as well, and I'm going to come back around. Okay. There's all kinds of little stuff everywhere in here. So many cool streets. This little patio de corredor. So I'm trying to go back to Pedra, and then we're gonna come to an end, I think. There's a path that way, but I can't take it. So anyways, we're gonna go back, then we're gonna go down this way, and then that would be Pedra Street. So at least you got an idea of what it looks like. And it's also kind of a cool part of Macau, definitely. So I hope you like that one. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.